Hello, hello, hello. I'm the PaintedDog. Welcome back to start of a new series on Timberborn 1.0 release. Woohoo! Now it's been almost a year since I've posted anything, but we'll get into some of the basics of that. Just a fast over, basically a recap of what happened. But we are creating one water pups 4, I believe, and let's get this paused. Let's go up in hours. So basically, since the last time, I wanted to record quite a lot of episodes beforehand because my wife was pregnant with our second son, and I hoped that we could get everything sorted and I could get a couple of episodes in or as a backlog. And I did that, but there's a couple of complications, but I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, so at the end of the day, I didn't really have a lot of as many episodes as I wanted. So yeah, that's just the long and the short of it. And then the two boys were a bit of a hassle, not a hassle, but they were busy. So yeah, we had to entertain them and get them sorted. And in the beginning, you're worrying that you will that someone will die, as always, the intrusive thoughts. So yeah, now that's a bit settled and we can get into it. And then there's flooding in Limpopo province. Go ahead and look at videos of the year 2000 flooding. It was worse than that. In one evening, just an evening. Now our average rainfall, I'm not going to say where I stay, is about 500, 600 millimeters per year. So not a lot. It's about the average for South Africa. Although it's a subtropical region, but yeah, I'm not getting into that. But in one evening, we got 228 millimeters of rain in one evening. In 2 weeks, we got double our yearly rainfall. So yeah, a bit of flooding, a wall collapsed here. Everyone's fine, but yeah, there's a couple of structural damages and stuff like that I needed to sort out first. But yeah, here we are now. So we are playing with the Ironteeth on the pressure map. Now if you zoom out a little bit, I'll just go and see where I can turn off the fog. But if you take a look there, a couple of green areas around the map. But if you go down, you'll see all of these water networks underground. But the thing is, there's these unstable cores dotted around the map. If you take a look here, there's a gap there. So if this unstable core goes, this bad water will flow in here, going down there, flow down here into our colony. Same with this one, flow down there into the colony. There's a couple of blockages here. If this one goes, yeah, our colony is gone. So we need to address that. But one that I saw when I looked at the map a bit earlier, there's one right here. And there's one right here. And there's bad water right there. I don't know the order of which these will go, but so I need to get down here and get this sorted so it doesn't blow it up. So basically, I think if I place in one row of levees there, we are sorted. But I know there's a couple over here as well somewhere. So I need to address that. So I think as soon as I get down here, maybe build up a wall there or levees there, a levee row there. But there's water sources here. And as we know, bad tides is a thing. So if you go down here, there's a couple of blockages here I want to take out and maybe place in floodgates, long-term sluices, or we do still have. We have fill valves and throttling valves now. Maybe use fill valves. But also, if you go up here, this is our water source for our colony. So water pushes up here through the pressure. So bad tide, it will push up here as well. So we need to do something to address that. So that's the first thing. I want to take out these blockages here so water can flow freely through here if I want to. But I also need to get water to stay up here to hydrate everything. So first things first, I want to get over here and demolish that. Then secondly, let's get our gatherer in there and a couple of lumberjacks. I'm just going to clear cut all the trees on this side. You can see there's a couple of trees here, but it's blocked by thorns. So I know it's a bit dodgy, but I'm going to use these small warehouses just to get over there. I know it's not the intent, but it's been in the game now for how long? and it hasn't been patched out. So I feel like it's a feature at this stage, it's not a bug. So we're going to place in a lumberjack right there as well. For the water, I'm going to go ahead. Let's take that one, move it over there. And do something like this. For now. For now. Let's move the lumberjacks up a bit. Yeah, right there is fine. So I'm going to get those to be built first. And then that as well. And I want this to be high priority. So if you can see here, I have a couple of mods. One of those is the ladder mod. So I want that in there. But I don't want all of these built up right away. So let's do something like that. And then I want the farmhouse fast. Because we are playing as the Ironteeth. And as we know, the Ironteeth is really not the best farmers. So I want to get that in as soon as possible as well. So let's do that. And then I'm going to stagger the planting of the crops. Basically, I'm not going to go a block of kohlrabi and a block of cassava, because then they will only go ahead and harvest the closest and then work their way out. So ideally, you would place the ones that take the longest to harvest. That's just my opinion. Place those the furthest away, because they take the longest, and the ones that are faster, get those in as close as possible, so you don't have to walk a lot. But yeah, that's just my opinion. You're welcome to disagree with me. It's welcomed to disagree. But if that's the thing, I have an issue with some people. Now it's a bit of a rant session now. Let's get this sorted so we can build up a bit. Okay, before that, let's get a couple of warehouses in just for now. One there for, let's put these for berries. Where's berries? And then one of these for logs. Let's get a couple of breeding pods in here. I'm not going to build everything, but let's do something like that. Okay, so a bit of a rant. So I know a couple of people. They say, no, you're changing your mind a lot. But that's the thing. You should be able to change your mind. For instance, when you get new data, you have to be able to change your mind. Otherwise, you are stuck in your ways and you won't evolve as a person. If you find new data and your previous mindset doesn't make sense anymore, make adjustments. You're more than welcome to make adjustments. That's part of life. But you get these people, no, this is my way of thinking now, and something comes along contrary to what I believe, no, I'm just going to ignore it. That's not how it is. So I have a gripe with those people, because at the end of the day, you need to be able to make adjustments to your mindset when new data shows up. So yeah, that was my 2-minute rant. Just going to pause these for now. So I'm going to take out these you see there's blockages there. I didn't explain this. I checked it, but I didn't explain it. As soon as this one goes, this bad water that's flowing this way now, it's going to go in there. So that's not ideal. And this bad water will flow in here, and this bad water will flow in here. But if you take a look here, there's this thing there, and a blockage there. That tells me that bad water might be able to go through there, or if you take a look at this river, it goes underground here. Let's go down, and it flows in here. And this is where our main water comes from. Let's just see if there's a way for that water to go in there. It is, if you take that out, it can flow in there. But that's besides the point now. If you go down here, this is where our water source is. Go up here. There's another area where bad water can come in if you take out these blockages. No way there. So, for now, options that we have is to go down to over here. Take these blockages out so water can flow down there. Or what we can do, if we go down here, let me just pause this for now. If you go up from here to here, you can take these out, create a couple of sluices or fill valves, whatever, because floodgates won't be able to fit in here. I believe it's just too tall. So what you can do is a couple of valves in here, because yeah, you can see it won't fit there, but it will fit here because that's the opening. So if you can get full valves, you can put them in here and push bad water up through here. But then you have to make sure that these are taken out, and you have to build up a wall around here or here. It doesn't matter where, but I think closest here for now, so you can push bad water to that side. But I feel that's longer term, because you need metal, what's it called now again, metal blocks. So I think for now, when we get a chance, if you get down here, I want to go ahead and take out these blockages so water can go off a map there, and maybe create floodgates on this side. There's a thing that can explode there as well, so we need to address that. But we need a way to get bad water off the map and not pushing upwards. But I also need to get away of levees and floodgates to get this to hold water in here and not flow down there, and then also floodgates around here. Okay, so let's get that in and see what we can do to address that. We have three free beavers. Three free beavers. That's a bit difficult for Afrikaans to say. And our drought is approaching, so I'm going to unpause these ones. Get them built first. We don't have any logs left. Get that pump going as well, so we need a lot of water. Quick sip of my coffee. So first is a race at this stage, because I don't know which of these unstable cores are going to go first, but I don't want my colony flooded. So these are the main ones for now. But then again, I need to get in here, be able to block that off, so in a way that water can still push through, but if it's bad water, so it's not pushing through there. And I need to build up levees around here to block this off, and to block this off, and get down here and build levees around there, because if you see there's a, so it's free from that side, 1 2 3, so that will still explode, so you have to go around there, just so the unstable cores, the explosion of the unstable cores doesn't affect our water situation. A bit of a pathway in there. Need a place where I can place in one more of these. I'm going to put it there. It's going to be lowest priority, lower priority, and a normal priority. Just so we can work, send beavers other places when we need to. There's a thing, there's an achievement, if I'm not mistaken, in the experimental branch, where for the Ironteeth, if you, for 100 beavers, if you don't have any houses, or barracks, what do I call it here? Barrack built. Get an achievement. But I really don't want to do that, because I want to boost the well-being as high as possible, as soon as possible. Don't know how they build those ones, because this isn't built. That is. I have no idea how that was done, but okay. Okay, so we are getting that in. But to be able to create a forester, we need planks. And for planks, we need power, because we need a lumber mill that needs 75 horsepower. So what I can do is place in water wheels for 25 logs. But then you don't have power during droughts. So I think for now, if we were to go and place a large power wheel there, and one of these guys there. It's not ideal, because I don't want to use beavers to produce power, but if we have to, we have to. I'm going to do something like that, get this for logs. I'm not going to put that one up for planks yet, because I don't want them using all of our logs for planks. I'm going to place that in there. And for now, I'm going to place this prioritize pines, because I'm only going to plant pines once, because it takes 12 days to produce 2 logs, but I want to have a bit of faster logs, seeing that it will be a while until we can take out these thorns, but because these thorns have a high chance of injury, and I don't want to meddle with that. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. So our drought has started. I'm going to pause these for now. There will still be a bit of water in there because it's pressurized and it's not pushing up over anything now, so only evaporation will have an issue there. So that's fine. We actually have a couple more inventors going for exactly this, so we can get that in. So I'm going to place in a couple of builders. And we have that guy going. We have logs, we have berries, so they can work there. How far is that tree? 83%. Oh, that's fine. Still have a couple of logs here, a trees there, and then we'll have access to this. And this, I believe, can create 30. It has a storage for 13 planks in here. Yeah, 13. So once that is done, we have a bit of overflow logs. Then we can always do something with that. I'm going to take 2 off here, so we have 1 in there and 1 in there. I don't need a fast supply of planks yet. And then, just as future proofing, let's go ahead and place in 1, 2, let's say 3. And then a large pile for logs. These I can pause as soon as they are built. That's fine. I'm going to go ahead and prioritize kohlrabi for now for that one. Because we need food supply, and we have cassavas, but we can't really do anything with it yet, so I'm just going to leave it. We need 1 more plank there. And then we have a forester, and then they can start working. Planting the pines, because the pines take 12 days to produce 2 logs, and the oaks 30 days to produce 8 logs. So yeah, so I'm only going to plant pines once, and then I'm going to plant oaks in that space. And then let's go stairs first, so I can get down here. Maybe do something like that. It's not the best layout, but at least we can get there. And I know it's going to irritate me as well as a couple of you guys. Okay, that's a bit more even, so even Steven. We're producing planks. We have our forester, which I'm grateful for, so we can get that in. So we are not going to hamstring ourselves with logs for the long run. As soon as all of these pines are planted, I'm going to take out the planting area for pines and just leave it. That's built, great. We have 120, so we can go ahead and get a couple of levees in there. Just going to do that, and as soon as we get floodgates, oh boy, floodgates are going to go in here so fast your eyes will water. What's nice now, I don't really need to place it right next to this road because, yeah, we have stairs going down there. And then we can place in water wheels, maybe here. A couple of rows and a couple of rows, and then floodgates. But now we need to get that unlocked. So which buildings are unstaffed? No, we can't have that guy unstaffed. That's fine. I can live with that. You know what? No. Let's take out that guy. There's no berries to harvest now. We don't have any berries for those guys, but that's fine. Do I go ahead and plant a couple of berries in here? I think they'll be destroyed through that bad water, but I'm going to go ahead and prioritize blueberries for now. Just so we plant up that. And let's take out the planting area for pines there. And let's maybe shift this up. Let's take out that guy. If I were to place it right there. Yeah, it still has access there. And it has access to the majority of that. So yeah, I think I'm going to move the gatherer to this side. The water is now flowing from this side into here. That's not great. But now the water pressure is pushing it back. That's great. Chip teeth. Oh yes, I forgot about that. Teeth grindstone. I'm going to place it for now just here. They can build that up. Just need more beavers. We have 13 planks, so I'm going to go ahead and pause these so we can get all our inventors in. And now they can start doing work there. All of these trees are growing up. We still have that. And these are a quarter of the way done. That's almost 1/3 done. As soon as we have 150, we can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do something like this. Quickly just check this. Sorry about that, I had a quick call that I had to take, so let's get this going again. I want to get in here so I can do a bit of work down there, but I also need to get up here. What's the fastest route? Just going to do that so we don't have anything planted there. 1, 2, 3. Let's go 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we need stairs going up there. So you have 2 beavers in excess. Let's get them in there. I know you are hungry, guys, but there's kohlrabi right there. I really need to get this one up and running as well. I'm going to go ahead and pause one of those. Get it shifted to this side. You know what? Maybe if I can get in one there. Ideally a larger one, but these things aren't set in stone. I can always move them when needed. You know what? I think it's time for planks to have their own storage right there. And I need to find a way to put in just a couple more science points so I can get floodgates up. First floodgate will go in there, so we can block this off a little bit. I don't know what the water pressure is down there. You can always go into dev mode and check the water flow. So we can make sure that we have enough. So, you know what? I'm going to take that one out just because we haven't done anything with that yet. One more. Okay, great. Now we can unlock one eye floodgates. You know what? I'm going to go higher priority there. Now I need to find a way to get up into all of these areas. I think for now, let's go ahead and do this. You know, something like that. I need to sneak through here. I'm gonna go up to that. Let's just see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm basically from that angle diagonal 2, so I can actually go ahead and do something like that. It'd be great if I could get in here during a drought, because then I can just go ahead and get them walking on this side to build up these diagonals. I don't have to waste more resources in getting them going through areas. This video is getting a bit longer already, so I might need to cut this short. But for now, we can always get in here and get this set up so long. Going to put in 3 there. Then I'm going to go around and do a bit of work with that. Get them sorting that out. I think I can pause these 2. Okay, then I need to get in here. 1, 2, 3. Let's just see. Let me just quickly pause. If I move that up 1, we can get 2 rows in there. There may be something like that. Yeah, that's great. And then we can get 2 rows of water wheels in there. I want that done as a higher priority. The same with that. Get that done. I'm going to get them going so we can get berries, so we can get these guys up and running again. These are almost into production. 3 days away. Still busy planting our oaks. You know what? Let's prioritize oak. Might as well just go none for now and get that sorted. There's 40 logs for that. Okay. 52. And 20 planks. Still have a bit of science coming in, which is great. As soon as we get 100, I'm going to build research platforms. So we can get down here. Double, single. Yeah, we can do it. Thing is, now that I think about it, if we were to place platforms right here, off platforms, floodgates, then we'll be able to regulate the flow downwards. But we still need to get down there first, so we are able to get in through. Let me just show you. You can get down here all the way and take these ones out. Because at this stage we don't need water going anywhere else except into this bit right here. This I want to create a large dam later on. But for now we need to get water just in here. We need more beavers. It's bad but our berries died off. And then these ones will also... No, they will be fine. I'm just going to go ahead and take out that guy. Get a bit more kohlrabies planted right there. Of course, we'll have this guy. And as soon as we have this in, we won't have any issues along here. Okay, we have our 100 science. So now if we do this, we go down there. Let's take that down completely. Now I want a solid run to this side. This is not ideal because they'll basically run there, do a bit of work, and then have to run back because they are starving or really thirsty. But I need to get this taken out. But I also need to basically be able to block the water off so it doesn't go haywire. Everything flowing out at one massive speed. You know what? With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and place in these guys right there. Né? Then I'm going to go ahead and place in one there. This will be for logs. I'm going to place in another one here. This will be for planks. And this is going to be a slightly higher priority. Two more logs there, and then that's sorted. Bit micromanaging, but that's fine. No. Now you're running through here. Okay, yeah, get that done. So we are going to lose 2 beavers. I'm just gonna go ahead and pause all of this. Luckily we have this up and running now, so water's gonna flow in here and flow through there. Get this flushed out. Let's check to see if any of these we'll get a pop-up, but there's a lot of pop-ups there. I'll probably miss it. That's the thing now. We have all this contaminated water in there now. I don't know what the contamination percentage is. No, I'm not going to worry about this guy. Let's pause him. get these ones in. 40% already, so that's good. You know what? I'm going to take this back a bit. Hopefully we only have one contaminated beaver. We're down to 10 adults. That's really not great. We have a bit of logs. Let's get something in there. So we can get one more worker from there. Which buildings are unstaffed? That's not ideal, but no, that's okay. I'm gonna pause that one, so at least one of these guys are operating, so we can take that out. So I think I'm going to lose these ones overall to contamination. Just gonna place that in because I placed this to replant dead trees, not marked for cutting. And you know what? I was a bit dumb there. Didn't mark anything for cutting on this side. Okay, unstaffed buildings. That's to be expected. Yeah, then that's okay, that's alright. Only have one unwell beaver, that's fine. I'll take that one out. Just to have a bit more space in there. Take that up to 90% and this up to... Let's go 95% there. 0.95, not 95%. Get that going again. Gonna make this a slightly higher priority as well. Get that taken down for now. Science is still ticking over slightly. Did I truly forget to get that going? You know what, planks? You're gonna have to wait. That's the thing. At least we'll have a bit of water in here still. Because of all of this. We have one dying off first. Great. That's just my stupidity. Question is, did you expect anything less? That can just get built so they can go through here. But again, I need beavers. Now water is the issue. Go ahead, guys, get yourself a bit of water. Okay, so about 14 days left for these oaks. A bit more pines there, 2 more there. Then we'll have all this as soon as these are built. Get a power shaft in there as well. So that can get built sooner rather than later. But we need these guys to do a bit of work. Then I'm gonna need gears as well. For that, I'm gonna need to unlock the gear workshop. Yeah, it's all good and well that I put that one up to 0.95 meter, but not that one. Okay, so I'm going to get that built as well sooner rather than later, so we can get that up and running as soon as the temperate cycle starts again. We have an 8-day drought. That's okay. All of that marked for cutting. Yes. Unstaffed buildings. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we lost one builder. That's fine. We have a lot of building projects. Get that prioritized. Just so we are able to get up this faster. Can't believe I was dumb with the water. But again, what did you expect? Well, now I'm going to go ahead and double our water storage. So it will be 240 right there. I'm going to go ahead and pause these guys. Then he can take out these 6 logs. Then I'm going to move up to this side. Get that unlocked, or basically started. I'm going to need storage for kohlrabis as well. Or a larger storage. Got 2 builders again. Great. I'm going to need to start the plank production up again. Inventors can be unstaffed for now. Okay, so we have that log, those logs going in. Pause that again. Get that prioritized. I did mark these for cutting. So we still have a couple of logs coming in here. That will help quite a lot. I don't really want to suck up all this water. So you know what, I'm going to pause 2 of these. So from the next cycle onwards, we are the possibility that we can get bad tides. So now I need to rush. That's still dormant, that's still dormant, and that's still dormant. Okay, great. So we need to rush to get down there. Just going to take the priority down for those. Get that one built so we can get a bit more food stored up. So, because this water is going to dry up. Just going to go ahead and pause that. Drought resistance 2 days, and this is 3 days. So cassava might be able to survive. No, it won't. These ones won't. These closer ones, yes. Okay. Our well-being is really bad. We are losing beavers left, right, and center. I think to help address that, let's start getting barracks built. But it's 40 logs each. Not great. But that will give us a bit of a boost. Like how I said, I want to get well-being up sooner rather than later, and then I go ahead and someone's well-being of 0 running around here. Okay, so they'll get that in. But let's see if I can get this sorted quite fast. One vacancy. With a bit of stored up resources. This stage, I might just want to go ahead and unlock these. Will be 18 planks and 4 logs. So 18 planks just for that. Yeah. So 30 planks and 4 logs. So if I can unlock the ladder before then, I'm going to unlock the ladder. No, I can already unlock the ladder. So I'm going to save a bit of resources and a bit of time there. So let's get this ladder in. Get this as a higher priority. Okay, come on guys, you need to work a bit. Actually wanted the log stored up here so I can use it for this. Hey. And I can actually take these out and put in staircases. Or stairs, but for now I'm just going to leave it. Okay, those 2 floodgates are built. I need to get this up and running. $83. So I'm going to go ahead and get this as higher priority as well. Okay, this one is going to go first. Then water's going to flow down here. Okay, good. You can always add in a couple more of these compact water wheels on that side. Gonna pause that already because we're gonna have water flowing through there. Take this up to 0.95. And then we need to get these guys pumping again. Okay. I'm so glad we have these in. The berries are still fine. We have storage for kohlrabis now. But they're eating faster than they can harvest. So this is basically what our colony can do. But I think this is a good place to call it. I hope you enjoyed the first episode, and I hope to see you in the next one. And let me know if you have any ideas what we can do to improve everything. But cheerio.